In today's program, we will witness an international track cycling tournament which has brought the world racing cyclists together. We will talk to one of the most beautiful champions of the country, a Kazakhstan Boxing Champion, Zarina Tsoloyeva. Also, we will tell you about the development of skateboarding in Kazakhstan, which has recently become an Olympic sport. Here we are at the international tournament Silkway Series. These track cycling races are spectacular for fans and considered to be with high risks of injury for sportsmen. The tournament is high-ranked, which allows racing cyclists to win the license for Tokyo Championship. Their 4 stars, the world champions, are here, including a 6-time Olympic champion from Great Britain, Jason Kinney. Track disciplines are divided into 2 big categories, points and spring races. Sportsmen usually choose one of the categories and rarely compete in the other. As a rule, sprinters should have sharpness and a good starting speed. In points races, champions' endurance is a high priority. Here there are more disciplines than in sprint races. Olympic medals are awarded in each lap shown on the screen. As I understand, Kazakhstan is the only world-ranked track. Yes, it is indoor and meets all cyclists' union requirements. I would refer it to the world's biggest tracks along with the biggest number of seats. World Champions and Olympic Games are held on tracks which house 2,000 to 3,000 people. We have more than 8. The rules are strong at similar competition. Sportsmen are checked for doping and their bicycles are weighed. There are rules established by the International Federation. Cyclists' weight must not be less than 6 kilos, 800 grams, no less. There are modern technologies like carbon, it's easy in packing bicycles. They have to be artificially heavy made. What maximum speed can be done on this bicycle? Sprinters do over 70 kilometers per hour on this bicycle. Bicycle tubes are designed for wooden covering. They can be punctured on the asphalt. On concrete, we install different bicycle tubes because concrete damages rubber. Is it true that these bicycles do not have any brakes? Yes, no brakes. Here the gear is fastened tightly. When it wants to stop, it makes the crank back a little and it brakes the bike. Track cycling were included in the program of Olympic Games except 1912 Games. Women started to participate at the end of the last century. To be honest, it is not the most popular kind of sport in the world. Here is 6-time Olympic champion Jason Kinney, and we're going to talk to him.
Just we want to ask you, what is your secret of your form, of your phenomenal? Could you share with us?
Well, you know, obviously I'm in a good system with the Great Britain cycling team, and we just work hard, and we're just working towards the Olympics now. So we're here trying to get points and race hard, and the competition's good.
What about this next competition in Tokyo? It will be your last Olympic Games. What do you think?
Maybe, I don't know, you know, never say never. I mean, I thought the last one would be my last, so hopefully not now.
Collisions and falls are quite common in this sport. Therefore, athletes can be called extreme sport lovers. I think you can see that the angle of inclination is very high, and according to the international rules, the width of the canvas should be at least 5 meters. No one is insured against such falls, so medical teams are always here. Ryan Schilt will remember competitions in Nur-Sultan for long. In one of the races, the Dutchman broke his arm.
So I just broken my collarbone, so I need to get a surgery and have a plate put in the top, and otherwise I'm okay. I hit my head a little bit, but I'm alright.
Kazakhstan introduced its strongest team, so we are able to get acquainted with our sports stars. Why did you decide to choose track cycling? Taken into account, it is not by far the most popular sport in Kazakhstan. Over 10 years ago, I decided to try track cycling on concrete in Almaty. No results on the road, so then I changed into track cycling and immediately won 2 golden medals in a Kazakhstan championship. Kazakhstan team succeeded with 3 golden medals of 7. Following the results of 4 types of races, Roman Vasilenkov became the leader. Sprinter Pavel Vozev unexpectedly in the last lap was ahead of Jason Kenny and Russian champion Pavel Yakushevsky. How many Olympic licenses should our sportsmen possess to meet your requirements? I think 2 licenses from track cycling would be excellent. Ideally 3. You should be optimists. Unfortunately, we will not be able to apply to team racing. 4 licenses are required to submit. 12 countries were represented at the tournament. The Russians and Lithuanians, trained by Dmitry Leopold, native of Kazakhstan, were always on top. Were you really born in Kazakhstan? Yes, that's true. I was born in Karaganda, finished school in Petropavlovsk. Where did you start cycling? In Petropavlovsk. Does it mean you are familiar with Vinokurov? Sure, we are from one village. We were in a junior group but met at joint trainings. Further in the program, an open interview with Zarina Tsoloyeva about her life after a car accident and her plans upon professional sport. Zarina has been in professional sport since she was 13 years old, and she did not only start boxing and volleyball, but she even became a champion of the country in this kind of sport. Now she is considered to be one of the vivid Kazakhstan sportswomen, and foreign media call her Kazakhstan Angelina Jolie. We are happy to see you. Hello, I'm happy to see you too. Zarina, where are you now and what are you doing now? At the moment, I'm training and conduct individual trainings. Main priorities should be brought to the fore: household and family. Anyway, all sportsmen should understand the fact that a professional career is short. Everyone should get used to a different lifestyle. I faced that myself. Now I'm settling down, setting up business. But you found yourself after sport. Sure, I did. I did not face big problems. In terms of my comeback to the boxing ring, sure, I am able to do that with no problem. Do you emotionally want that? To box again? Sure, I want. I often wish that. New young people come to sport. I have such a nature that sometimes I have a desire to prove that I'm one of the best. 5, not 3 weight categories will be represented at female boxing tournament in Tokyo. I think it is a great advantage for our country. Do you think female sport is supported? Sure, chances have risen significantly. I am 100% sure that our team will achieve results. I follow, observe fights at Asia and World Championships. Our team makes substantial progress. This is the achievement of both trainers and sportsmen. Could you tell us how a gracious, nice young woman like you started doing boxing? To be honest, appearances are deceitful. I left volleyball. In our village, we had a limited number of physical activities. Jaksy village, Akmola region. I'm just confirming.
командная игра, которая требует...
Volleyball is a team game which requires team spirit. In boxing, we train in a team, but in the ring you are alone and maximum with your trainer.
Ходишь своим тренером, ну и считай, ты боксируешь в одиночку, да? И это было
There
моё
you
решение,
box
потому
alone.
что за себя
That
я-
was my decision because I wanted to take responsibility for myself.
Ну все, ты чисто сам работаешь.
But nevertheless, you became a volleyball champion of the country.
Да, я очень хорошо помню это.
Yes, I remember it quite well.
Это была моя
That
первая
was my
победа,
first win.
где была
I was the
вся
youngest in the team.
И последний,
The last final score was on my
можно
account.
сказать, да,
I put a block.
внесла я, поставив блок.
The whole team burst
И
with
я помню этот
emotions.
взрыв эмоций команды.
People compare you with Angelina Jolie. Do you like it or not? I cannot say I don't like it. People measure beauty by Angelina Jolie. I guess no one will oppose if you are compared with the most beautiful world actress. Nevertheless, as I always say, I'm Zarina Tsoloyeva. I'm a sportsman and I have my individual beauty. And Angelina Jolie is a completely different person. Okay, we won't raise this question anymore. You can splash your emotions. What do your parents think of your interest in boxing?
Ну, честно говоря, родители... Папа сразу мне сказал...
Dad immediately said to me that it wouldn't last long. First you would learn to punch back, then abandon your idea. He said that with a commanding tone.
Приказным тоном мне сказал, что дальше ты заниматься не будешь. Ну и в итоге что... Честно говоря,
In the end, I successfully went through it and I started to win medals. Then, when we got paid, that was a good impetus to continue boxing.
Стали выплачивать зарплату. Это было еще большим стимулом, чтобы заниматься боксом.
Do you mind being selected for the Olympic Games?
Разумеется, конечно, это и было.
Sure, that has been my aim for the last years. No barriers exist. It concerns just preparation and funding. It is very important.
Немаловажная часть, которая необходима.
Your attitude to the situation when Firuza Sharipova required money from the state. It is inappropriate to require such amount of money, $500,000. If my trainer is given such amount of money, he will train a few capable champions who could be selected for the Olympic Games. I don't understand where do these amounts come from. Who currently is able to win an Olympic medal from Kazakhstan team? We have good sportsmen of all weight categories who are able to win gold. Everyone has a chance. You quickly changed from an amateur to a professional. Do you regret your choice? That was my real desire. In terms of my fight, which wasn't held, my trainer, my team know that I got ill before my flight to the USA. There the climate influenced me. I went through difficulties. I got ill and was not able to fight at the tournament. No other problems did I suffer. That was my decision to leave boxing. Who would you like to fight against?
Честно говоря, из мира бокса я бы хотела встретиться.
I would like to meet with Katie Taylor. She's an Olympic champion, 60 kilos. She's a real fighter who deserves to be exemplary.
Равняться и нужно равняться. И моя вообще...
My aim is to lose weight and meet with Katie. Clarissa Shields and Katie Taylor are the top.
Вот Кларесса Шилдс, Кэти Тейлор, ну это вот просто вот...
Clarissa Shields is a woman who stopped Kazakhstani champions in London Olympic Games, Rio, and recently has beaten Christina Hammer.
Она и есть, да. Это действительно...
That is she. Indeed, she has no equal opponents. I don't want to hurt our girls' feelings in 75 kilo weight category. Dariga boxed excellently though. She has a fighting character. I'm sure she will be able to win. Currently, Clarissa is a champion. How to differ preparation of an amateur from a professional boxer?
Честно говоря, кардинальная вообще разница.
A substantial difference. In amateur boxing, you deal with speed with 3 rounds. No time to wait. The aim is to win faster. In professional boxing, endurance is a priority. Bear in mind speed. In general, my style is similar to Serhii Sapiev's style. I work more at a distance, inclinations. I'm not physically so strong like some girls in the team. My advantage is to work at a distance, inclinations and sudden punches.
Честно говоря, физически я не такая мощная, как есть у нас в сборной.
2015 was called one of the worst years of your life.
2015 год для меня сложился очень сложный в том плане, что
2015 turned out to be hard. Life has ups and downs. That year was a bad patch.
То есть пошла черная полоса сначала. Я попала в
First, I
аварию.
had a car accident, and now I have been going through a psychological recovery for
Я
long.
восстанавливалась
If I'm not
психологически
mistaken,
очень
7
долго.
people
Если
died.
не ошибаюсь,
That
8
happened in
человек
Turkey.
погибло. Это произошло в Турции.
I
Я
went there to
полетела
have some
в
rest, and that happened on the 3rd day of my arrival.
третий день
Perhaps I was the only one who was not injured, but a psychological trauma is hard to overcome.
Самая целая осталась, вот. Но психологическая травма дала о себе знать.
What do you regret in your career?
Честно признаюсь, никаких сожалений нету, конечно.
No
есть
regret
такие
at all.
сожаления о том, что ты не доработал где-то,
Maybe moments which I missed.
сожаления о том, что где-то ты
Regrets
не
when I
слушал
didn't listen to
тренера.
my trainer.
Но
The greatest
самое,
regret
что, о
I
чем
had
я
when I
жалею,
left the
наверное,
national team
так
for
случилось,
professional
когда
boxing, and there was
пришло
hustle and
время
bustle, and I
перехода
was
с
not able to shake hands
национальной
with my
сборной
trainer.
профессионалы.
Thank him.
Была
Thanks to them and my
суета, было
trainer, I
постоянное
joined the
движение,
professional
и
boxing
я
like
не
a strong
успела
sportsman.
пожать руку каждому тренеру.
In fact, you are a businesswoman. You do business along with sport. Sport brings income as well.
Да. Ну, по сути, да, вот. Вообще, честно говоря, для меня самое
In fact,
любимое
yes.
последнее
But these
время
days, spending time with my lovely family is the biggest happiness.
провести,
I longed for that during my career.
с любимыми
Sometimes I seem to have missed a lot. Some had a life, university, school,
я
discos.
максимально больше провожу с семьей. У меня были перчатки, у меня
I had boxing gloves, punch bags, and my trainer. I worked for 10 years and now I'm enjoying my life with my family.
Работала. И сейчас понимаю, какой это кайф находиться рядом с любимыми.
Is your heart occupied?
Честно говоря, да. Мы уже и так есть семья.
To be honest, yes.
Поэтому мы вместе.
We are already a family.
И, честно
We moved together. That might have been the purpose for my quitting boxing.
Основной моей причиной ухода из бокса.
If I have a great desire to fight again, then I will come back, and without doubt, I will get started. Further in the program, a masterclass from the founder of Kazakhstan Skateboarding Federation, Anton Povekvechnov. A candle or wax is applied so that this surface could slide. There is one direction like street, outdoor skateboarding. There, skaters skate on sides unfit for skateboarding. First skateboarders appeared in Kazakhstan at the end of the 90s. They skated in parks, next to the fountains, on the steps of administrative buildings. Those days there weren't any special skate shops, so it was hard to find a good board. For a long time it was considered to be like a hobby. Skateboarders grew up and quitted it.
Родоначальник скейтбординга считается Америка.
Skateboarding originally came from the USA, Los Angeles to be precise, where everything started. Americans have been the best for many years, but now in connection with the Olympic status, many countries started to support skateboarding and develop it. The Japanese, Brazilians have become winners. They won at the last tournament. In 2017, skateboarding was recognized as an Olympic sport. In 2020, a set of medals in a new discipline was first awarded in Tokyo Games. Skateboarding competitions already attract millions of spectators, so it will be beneficial to delve into basic tricks on a board.
Базовым трюком основным является олли. Олли – это прыжок на скейте. Он совершается
The basic trick is Joly, which is a leap on a skateboard. It is done thanks to the flip of the hind leg and movement forward of the foreleg.
передней ногой. То есть здесь действуют законы физики, и чтобы
It takes a month
научиться
to learn this trick.
делать человеку прыжок на скейте, потребуется около месяца. Для того, чтобы доска прицеплялась к ногам, чтобы контролировать доску.
For a better grip of the board with trainers, sandpaper is stuck. It goes separately. A professional skateboard is always packed by parts. Every wheel, bearing, all goes separately.
Подшипники, наждачка, она все идет отдельно.
Skateboarding is an example of how a small subculture won the hearts of millions of boys around the world. Now new stars are born. Everyone, even a newcomer skateboarder, knows American Tony Hawk. He has become the most recognizable world extreme sport lover thanks to his tricks on a board.
Этот стиль скейтбординга называется верт. От слова vertical.
Sure, skateboarding is a real extreme. This type of skateboarding is called vert. It is derived from the word vertical. Here, tricks are done vertically. Basic technique is to maintain speed in the frame. This experience is similar to seesaw. It is important to squat while rising and plunging. Most important is to press on the board.
Здесь очень важный момент, когда нажать на доску.
First, the body descends, then press. This sport is quite pricey. The board is wooden. It breaks quite often. It is expensive as we don't produce local trainers. Trainers are worn out quickly because of sandpaper. Trainers cost around 20,000. A board costs around 20,000 tenge as well, and they have to be changed twice a month. Anton Povik-Vechnov is an enthusiast. He teaches skateboarding to children, organizes competitions and works in the federation so that sportsmen have a chance to develop and introduce Kazakhstan at an international level.
9 филиалов, 9 городов включены. Но
Now our federation has 9 branches in 9 cities. But skate parks are available in only 5 to 6 cities. But a good skate park which meets all world standards is only in Uсть-Kamenogorsk. Recently we wanted to send our guys, but unfortunately we have neither funds to send them nor skateboarders who could compete for the Olympic license.
Соперничать в наборе квот на поездку на Олимпиаду.
For Kazakhstan skateboarders, participation in the Olympic Games is an impossible dream for a while. The absence of skate parks does not allow them to master this sport in full, and by training in the streets, skateboarders take a risk of not only arguing with dwellers, but breaking the law. For me, it was like a hobby for long. Now it is my main activity. I focus a lot on paperwork, study legislation. I wish skateboarding was supported as an official sport. Surely we have perspectives. We have talented men who just thanks to a good support can participate at an international level. I'm sure. Video of the week rubric finished our program. Surely many of you played dodgeball in childhood, but not everyone knows that this sport can be done professionally. Now matches are on between US and Canadian dodgeball teams with judges and strict rules. The goal of the winners is to strike out all opponents.